Hello, Deb here. Welcome to my craft room. I received this Pixie box this week. I've been away a week, so I'm slightly behind. I have had a quick look. Let's open it. That's the card. Some shaker film, which is always useful. A cat paw clock mould. With the attachments, I'm looking forward to making this for my craft room. I don't have a clock in here, and it's very easy to lose track of time. We have some makeup sponges, which are ideal for putting mica powders and glitters in your moulds. And some lilac, violet-y colour strap, keyring straps. Holographic, beautiful. Some greyish violet mica powder, which is the perfect colour to match my craft room. So I'm really pleased about that. I think I'll use that in my cat clock mould. And then we have a paw mould, a cat paw mould that's got like little crystal creases in the paw pads, which will look just like cat paw pads, which is really, really clever. I like that very much. We have some floating shaker. It's green, it's 30 mils, to be mixed with shaker oil. Not sure what I would do with that, but we'll see. Cat paw beads. I'm not sure what I'll do with those either, but I'm sure I'll find a use for them. Eye screws and jump rings, silver, always handy to have. Cat charms. We've got a cat stretching with his bottom in the air and two cats sitting down with their tails out. And then we have open backed bezels. We have a cat with a baby on its shoulders, a cat with a baby on its back, and two cats having a cuddle. They're very sweet. Ooh, and we've got more. We have a cute kitten laying down with a heart, a cat with a tail behind its back, a cat laying down all curled up asleep, and a cat with a heart on its tail. They're all lovely. A cat mould with a butterfly on its tail, on its nose, not its tail. I believe that's a shaker mould, so that will be interesting to make. Very pretty. The detail inside that butterfly is lovely. And then we have some iridescent flat backed gems, which are very, very pretty. Very pretty. Some gorgeous pink cat paws. Lovely. It's cat shaped holographic paw films. They will go inside of the paw, I would assume, the paw mould. Two little cat heads. I already have one of these moulds. They're very sweet. You can use them to make earrings, either studs or drops if you put a chain on them. Or you can even make them smaller, half the size, depth-wise, and put them into shakers. And then last but not least, we have the cat trinket tray, which is very sweet. Really looking forward to making those things. And just check the booklet to make sure we have everything. And yes, all there. I'd like to make a quick shout out to Marie's stuff. When I was thinking about starting my channel, I messaged her to find out what software she used to edit her videos, because I didn't have a clue, and she was very helpful. So thank you, Marie. I will attach a link to Marie's stuff in the description. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you soon when I make something out of this stuff. Right, let's put some of this beautiful violet, greyish violet pigment into my cat clock mould using a makeup brush. I've mixed up my resin. I know there's bubbles in it, but there's no striations. It's thoroughly mixed. Now I'm going to mix in, let's just move this out the way for a minute. Now I'm going to mix in the glitter and the colours that I'm going to use. First of all, I'm going to put in 1 spoonful of the greyish violet that we got with the box. I don't need an awful lot. That's that. Just wipe that off because I don't want to mix that in my glitter. And then I'm going to put in, not sure how many drops at the moment. So that was 10 drops of this white. I don't know where it came from. I've had it on my shelf for ages, but we'll try it. Ideally, I want this to be a very pale lilac. That white didn't help it much, did it? Should have probably not put as much lilac in there. It's looking beautiful there, isn't it? Let's put some more of this white in if this doesn't make it paler. So that's 20 drops so far. Want it more pastel? No. No, that didn't really help, did it? I believe I've got some other white up here. Let's try adding some of that. Yes, I've got some Resinate white pigment. Have a go with that, shall we? It's very messy. This is one of the first things I bought when I was doing resin. So you stir it up like that. Scrape it off so you've only got a little bit on your stick. And then you mix it in. Because it goes a long way. Right, that is how I wanted it to look, I think. Yeah, that's better. I just keep mixing that. Right, now let's add this beautiful chunky iridescent purple glitter. I can't remember where I got it from, but hopefully it'll look nice in my clock. shall we just be devils and put 2 of those in, because it's very pretty. Stir it in. I don't know how well that's going to show, to be honest. Not very well. We'll wait and see. It might look good. And then I've got some Diamond Frost by Cosmic Shimmer Diamond Frost, so we'll put a squirt of that in as well. I say a squirt because it squirts out the bottom. Oh, that was 2 good squirts. It doesn't really show in that, but I'm hoping it will show when it goes in the mould. Right. Let's pour away then. Oh no, I'm not going to pour it yet. I'm going to leave it to stand for a little while because I've mixed that quite vigorously. So I want it to settle a little bit before I pour it. So I'll see you when it's settled. Right, this has been degassing for about 5 minutes. Very gentle stir. And then we'll pour it into the mould. That's it. Hopefully I have mixed enough. I thought I'd mixed far too much, but clearly not. Let's push it around the edges. I love the colour of this mica powder. This greyish violet is beautiful with and without white. It's just a lovely colour. I'm not sure that that's level. I think it might be, but right. Let's get my torch to pop any bubbles. There may be. I'm hoping there aren't very many because I left it to set, and I am really hoping that glitter shines through. That's perfect. Right, let's just give it a quick squirt of 99% alcohol. That's it. I'll see you for the unmolding. Hello. Right, it's the next day now and it's time to unmold this beauty. Let's see what we think. That's come out very nicely, but it's not shiny. It's not as shiny as I may have liked it, but it's very nice. Now let's do the letters and the numbers. The numbers and the dots. I think I will use this dark purple. This is nail gloss, nail gel. I've had it for many, for probably 2 or 3 years. I got it when I first started doing resin work. I believe I got it from Amazon, but I'm not altogether sure. I'll show you a picture of the front. They're really handy little pots. It's UV. It's quite handy. Right, so this is now dry. Let's assemble the clock. Make sure that the hook part is at the top by the 12. And then you put on the washer and then the little nut. And making sure not to cross thread it. That's it. And then I should probably, I'll tighten it later with pliers. And next you put on the small hand. And push down firmly. It does feel like you're going to break it, but clearly I didn't. And then you push down the large hand, push down firmly. And then you insert the second hand like that. So let's put the battery in. Oops. And see if it works. I think I probably need to tighten that bolt to start with. Now it's ticking, but this isn't moving. Not working clearly. Right, let's now set it to the right time. Right, that is now set to the right time. Not sure if it's working or not. I can hear it ticking, but the little hand doesn't appear to be moving. The second hand doesn't appear to be moving. I'll put it out of the way and leave it and see how it goes. I'll come back to you. Right, I have to say, a bit disappointed in this. I'm pleased with the mould, really pleased with how it turned out. I love the clock, but the clock which they included in it isn't working. It ticks and one of the little wheels goes round, but it's obviously broken inside, so I'm going to have to buy another clock piece for my poor clock. But never mind. Right, on to the next piece. Right, I've now mixed up 20 grams of resin. And I'm going to put in, because I'm going to do this little cat and butterfly shaker mould, I'm going to put in 2 scoops of this glitter because it is beautiful. This is once again the chunky iridescent purple, and I'm also going to put in a squirt of the Diamond Frost by Cosmic Shimmer, which is also lovely. I want the sides of this shaker mould to be clear but very glittery. Don't know what colour I'm going to do on the back. I'll see how I feel when I've done it. Right, I'm going to leave that for 5 minutes to degas and I'll be back. Right, this has been sitting for about 5 minutes now, so hopefully the bubbles are out, or mostly out. Let's pour it into the cat mould. It's a bit thick where I've left it a while, and I'm hoping it will just go round and level out on its own. And I'm a bit messy as usual. Come on, let's get it round the edges. Gently, Bentley. Doesn't matter too much if it goes onto the back of the cat, but I don't really want it to, because I like to put that, I want to put a collar on that. I don't really want it. Right, I think I might just have to get my pokey tool. To go around the edges. I don't know if you're seeing this. I hope you are, but it's very pale because I've only got glitter in it. It's hard, probably hard for you to see. Just trying to get out any bubbles that may be in there at the moment. Should have done it before I put too much resin in there, but that's, hopefully that's got some of those bubbles out. And now I'm just going to get off the bits that are on the top of, let's get a baby wipe. Just want to get off the bits that are on the top of the cat because I don't really want it on there. I think that's probably it. There's something there. Let's give him a little tap. See if that raises any bubbles. Not sure whether it will or not. Wipe off the work surface and might give it a bit of a heat with my heat gun because I really don't want any bubbles in it at all. Right, let's give it a heat with my heat gun, and hopefully that will bring any bubbles up that are at the sides. If you warm it up, it helps to degas it, doesn't it? Right, hopefully cure without any bubbles. I'll see you soon. Right, it's the next day now. The cat's all, well, almost all cured. I've mixed up a small amount of resin, 10 mils. And I'm going to do the back of the cat. I'm going to do it in this Nouveau Sparkle Dust, and the colour is electric blue. And I'm also going to put a little bit of royal blue resin colorant in there as well. So let's just put, I think probably 2 drops of that will be enough. I just want to, because the, oh, that's a nice colour, isn't it? Very nice colour, I like that. Alright, now let's put in the Sparkle Dust, which is beautiful. Look at that sparkle. 1, 2. Lovely. I'm running out of that, and I don't know where I got it from or where to get the red some more. I'll have to look into that because it is beautiful. Right. We'll just leave that for a minute to degas. Let the bubbles rise to the surface and I will be back. That's been sitting for about 10 minutes. The bubbles should have all come to the top. Now let's pour it into the cat. And we'll leave that for 24 hours to cure. Let's demold the cat and butterfly now and see how this came out. Oh, it's very pretty. I do like that. Very, very pretty. Right, I'm going to just clean off the edges with my deburring tool. It's an excellent gadget, this. That's it. You literally just go round any bits that are a little bit over, not quite neat enough for you. You literally go round with this around the edges, not taking off too much. And it just neatens up the edges. There's that other bit I saw. There's a little there that needs to come off. And there's a little there that needs to come off. So that's that. All neat and tidy now. And now let's find something to put in it. Right, I've now collected everything that I need, or that I'm going to put in to my cat shaker. But the first thing I've got to do is drill a hole where I can put so I can put the oil in when it's ready. These are the little pussycats I was talking about that I made with the little cat mould, the little cat head mould that came in this box. I already had some, so let's put those in there because they're quite sweet. Like that. Oh, turn you over. Like that. And then we'll put in some of these beads, just a couple. Where are my tweezers? There they are. Put in some of the beads. Oops, now I'm wasting them, aren't I? Throwing them everywhere. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, it's on the floor. Right, there's some of those little beads. Now I've got these blue crystals. Now I bought these in, oh, what's the place called? Oh, I can't remember. But they're really cute, and I bought them because I liked the little bottles. The little bottles are really cute, but the crystals in there are nice as well. Very pretty. And then we've got to put in some little pink paw prints, haven't we? Because just wouldn't be right without. Can't get the bag open. Oh dear, come on, Deb. That's it, get the bag open. That's it. The Works. That's where I bought these. In the Works in England, we have a shop called The Works. It does all sorts of books and things, but yeah, it also has some reasonably priced craft, well, cheap actually, craft items. It's always worth a look. Whenever I go into town, I always have a look and see what they've got in, because you never know what you might find in there. Next, I'm going to put in some flowers. I think I'm going to put in some mauvey ones. Mauvey. And blue. Mauve and blue, I think, for this shaker. Oh, come off you. Yeah, mauves and blues for this shaker. And next, I've got some little tiny micro beads here. They were all supposed to be divided into separate colours, but unfortunately on transit they all opened up and went everywhere. So they're all in a mixture of colours now, but that's fine. Not a problem at all. Right, with everything in my shaker, I'm now going to put the shaker film on. What I usually do is I put a bit of UV resin to the side, then I get the pointy tool, which I could not be without. I go around the outside. Right, I think that should be dry now. Let's have a feel. Yes, that's all dry. Right, so now let's put the shaker oil in. I'm not going to put the green shaker oil in this one that came with the box because I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. Right, now you need to clean away the oil. Put a drop of UV resin over the hole, like that. And put it under the UV light. Right, now that's done, get all of the shaker oil off everywhere. Right, let's dry everything off with the kitchen roll. That's good. Now I want to do some gel in the bits that, the butterfly bits that are sitting there. So we'll put this bluey gel in there, I think. It's a pale, pretty pale blue. Right, now that's done, I'm going to PVA the back so I can do a dome over the front. So it's just really simple. You just, my PVA glue doesn't appear to be wanting to work. You just open your PVA if you possibly can. Put some on your piece. If you've got some in there, that is. Oops, made a mess. And just drag it around, trying not to go over, but actually if you do, it's not the end of the world because you can peel it off when it's dry. Going over like this, just literally scrape it over the piece you're going to dome the back or the front of. It just saves if you do make any spills, and actually this is quite a difficult shape to dome because of all the angles and curves and sharp bits and that. So literally you put your PVA on like that, you leave it to dry, and then you can dome the front. I'll see you when it's dry. Right, the glue on the back of this is dried. It looks grotty, but it will be good, and I'm ready to dome it. I mixed it up, mixed my resin up a few minutes ago, so it gives it time to degas a little bit and thicken a little bit. Let's go. There are a few bubbles in it, but actually that is fine because a bit of something stuck to my stirrer then. That's fine because when I, heat the resin, they will all disappear because you're not pouring it deep, it's only shallow, so it will all be fine. Make sure you get it all over, but not too thick because you don't want to be making it spill over the sides if you can help it. And like that just did. Tiny little bit there. Just a little bit. Right, we'll leave that to cure, and then we'll come back and look at the finished result. Oh, I better pop some bubbles first. There we are, get the trusty lighter out, pop the bubbles. Leave that overnight to cure and we'll see it. Oh, hang on, there's another bubble. We'll have a look tomorrow. Right, this is dried now. The doming coat has dried. As you can see, it looks beautiful. We need to take off the glue that we put on the back to protect it. This should all come off really easily, she says, hopefully. Come on, that's it. Comes off very, very easily. And it just protects it from the doming if you get too much resin and it pours over on the dome. I'll wash the rest of that off with wet wipe. Right. This here, let's move this out of the way. It's a little bit rough here, so I'm just going to get my deburring tool, just go around the edge there and just take off the rough bits. That's it, there's a little bit there that's a bit rough, and that just smooths it up a bit. Like that. That's it. There. And then that's all done. Let's put these bits out of the way. So now we need to drill a hole in the top where we're going to attach our keyring. Now I'm not sure where I want to attach that, whether I should attach it from the butterfly or from the cat. I think I'll attach it from the cat's ears. So turn on the Dremel. Go in. Blow off all the dust. A little bit of UV resin. Pop it there. We only need a tiny bit. We'll get an eye screw, which came with the moulds, which was good. Oh, just popped it. Oh dear, how wasteful is that? I'll find it later. And then we just dip the end of the eye screw in the UV resin and screw it in. Let's get a pair of pliers. It makes it a little bit easier than my fat fingers. That's it. There, that's good. And then we just get the UV light. And we'll put that under the UV light to dry. Another pair of pliers and open this ring. There it is, there's the ring. Open the ring like that, and we're going to put one of these nice straps on it. So you put, whoops, come on. I don't think I've opened it enough for that. And you put that through there. And then that through there. And then close it. Like that. And that's the cat finished. Really pleased with that. That is gorgeous. And here's the clock as well, all nice and finished. And while I was doing those, I also did, let's move the clock out of the way. I also did this lovely trinket tray and a paw keyring, which I will finish off exactly the same way. I'm going to put the other one of these on that poor keyring. Unfortunately, I did film, I intended to film making these two, but my camera battery ran out. So what I did was, I'll just tell you what I did. I mixed up, I can't remember how much resin, but a lot of resin, and I used a purple resin colorant with this purple glitter, amethyst glitter, and for the blue I mixed up royal blue resin colorant with this beautiful blue topaz glitter. So and in here, this is glow in the dark, what's it called, glow in the dark powder in there. So I'll just show you. I'll put the UV light on it to charge it up. I know it's not very dark in here, but I will turn the main lights off. I will turn my lights off, and you can hopefully see it glowing in the dark. Although, like I say, it's not very dark in here. Can you see it glows green? No, you can't. It glows green in the dark. Anyway, let's put the lights back on. There we are. So yes, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm sorry you didn't get to see me making these, but I'm really pleased with everything that I've made. Thank you very much for joining me in my craft room. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.